big round of applause for Albert Honkala. So, even though all you're sitting down right now, there's actually quite a bit going on that you don't even know about. There's a huge amount of information over each and every one of your bodies, coursing through every cell, through your limbic system, information being transited everywhere you want to go. Don't read these lines, they're all from BBC, but the fact is, this is all about genes. Everyone's finding genes these days. Genes discovered in the news, but finding there are. But the thing is, information only starts with genes. That's just the beginning. So we don't have therapies yet because genes have to be made into proteins to be functional. We have essential dogma biology where DNA, which is what genes are made of, becomes a vector molecule with RNA, and it's then made into proteins, which are the working molecules. So the genome is like a database storage. You can say that right now, I'm on the stage inside this biome box, like the cells put DNA inside a nucleus. So it's protected inside the box, and it's the database. But to get it out, you have to have it made into another form. So for this, we have our RNA from the stage, which information to her. These you shall, instead of showing somebody the left. And she's going to go off stage because she can't give me any useful information while she's still inside the nucleus with me. So she's going to go out into outside the cell and find the evolve a protein for transcription. So the information molecule gets made into a protein that then needs to be into a functional thing. The information I gave her is being translated through a codex into what we all know. So now we all become the protein.
My, what a beautiful audience.
That's what I said to you just a moment ago. The translation in this respect is like compiling. A piece of mRNA, which is the blue thing here, gets put through these proteins into amino acid chains. Amino acid chains just kind of float around the cell and put together, but then all you have is a loose chain of a sequence that was translated from information in DNA. Now each amino acid has its own chemical shape. Each shape contains information. So because of these different shapes, they fold up in a specific way. And once they fold it up to larger structures, they become functional domains of this one's tone. So then we have proteins that go out and act. So proteins are what makes the body work. You would have actin proteins that hold cells together. You have proteins involved in cell cycles that keep turning glucose into useful energy. But in the end, information winds up in a protein. But proteins don't act just one at a time by themselves. There are always many proteins acting in a single network. Proteins can interact with other proteins. So we can talk about whole interactions with protein networks, but frankly that goes way beyond the scale that I have here, because it goes into moving out of the like for 5 minutes. So tonight I'm going to talk about one specific protein called song hedgehog. The song hedgehog is its real name. Some phylogenesis were being funny when they found it. It's involved in embryogenesis and helps us tell our heads from our asses. In the developing embryo, song hedgehog is only made by cells up in the head, and then it's confused throughout the body of the embryo. So in the embryo, there's a whole lot more song hedgehog up in the head than down by the feet. So the way this thing translates to working actually out inside the developing embryo is you have a lot of protein up near the head and a lot more down towards the butt of the embryonic animal pony. So, the very satisfying helps the cells at the hips or the shoulders determine what they should be. This is based on a chemical cascade where song hedgehog comes into a cell near the head and it talks to its friends Patch and Smoothland, also their real names, and then goes to influence DNA later on. So there's a lot of this going on in the head, but very little going on in the butt. So they won't tell the head from the butt. But this is an example, though, of a protein interacting with the cell surface and coming back to influence DNA transmission happening. The DNA program that needs to become a head versus becoming an axe. There are also a whole lot of other different kinds of feedback going on, but proteins of RNA, RNA to DNA, and DNA even optimizes itself for optimal expression in different cell types. And all this processing going on without us even knowing about it, humming to each of you as you sit there watching me because I have a microphone. So molecular biology, in its essence, is the mechanics of life. Information has to flow through each and every cell for it to work correctly. And if it doesn't, you generally have pathological processes because many diseases can boil down simply to information not going to the right places. In conclusion, I'd love to thank all the model organisms that made molecular biology possible. This is E. coli. one. Worms, mice, rats, zebrafish, yeast, and frogs. Thank you very much.